I'm Gabe. I voice your boy Newcastle. Oh my gosh, Thordan as well? Oh my goodness, I am not worthy. Hey, yo, listen, he was another guy I was checking out during my time of silence, because he would come out with those news so fast.
Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here. We've got a couple of things to talk about today, such as Apex Coins, Bangalore's Prestige skin, and how the new weaponry in Apex Legends is going to shape the game's future, and what it means in terms of playability, and will it stay fresh and exciting. So we're going to cover all of that, go over the gameplay, and we're also going to give out 55 bucks. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. Without further ado, let's talk about the changes coming to Apex. So let's go ahead and start off with some new things that we are now aware of, such as the fact that Apex Legends will be adding in a new variation of Apex Coins. These ones will be worth 500 coins. This is to make it so that you don't have to overspend on certain bundles to get the skins you want. Nothing will be changing about discounts or any cheaper prices or anything like that, but it is nice to see them add more variety so that they don't overcharge customers. The other thing I haven't seen a lot of people talk about is Shrugtal pointed out that stream networking codes were added with this patch. And what this does is it allows for a more streamlined connection with your ping and your connection to the game. This will mainly be helping with a lot of issues in terms of server stability if you play the game via Steam. Unfortunately, this isn't a fix for anything on console lobbies or even Origin. Hopefully we see something new in the future with it, but this is just for Steam as of right now. But now let's talk about what we can be expecting in Season 14 in terms of weapon meta. You may have noticed that in Season 12 and Season 13, we didn't get any new weaponry. And this had actually been talked about before in the past by Respawn developers, saying that they don't want to over convolute the loot pool and they want to make sure that it is as balanced as possible. Now, originally the Nemesis AR, which was the energy weapon, was scheduled for release in Season 13, but it was mysteriously pulled a few weeks before. Now, obviously with their statement about wanting weapons to be balanced when they enter the game, they probably found the Nemesis just didn't work very well at the time we got the leaked footage, where it is a burst that can go fully automatic if it hits its targets, it's energy based, and it seems really powerful. Combine that with the fact that we have the R301 and the Flatline now both on the ground loot, and it makes sense that they're probably going to tinker with this some more before we see it released. I still think it will be Season 14 as it is the furthest along in the development, but obviously it's not going to be in the same fashion that we saw it in the leaks. However, there is the chance that they have actually decided to shelve the Nemesis for a bit longer than originally anticipated, and instead we could very well be getting the Maelstrom LMG. This one is also the furthest in development. We actually know a ton about it because it was data mined all the way back in Season 8 before we even knew about the Nemesis. It's an LMG that uses light rounds. It has a very cool perk where when getting a knock you actually get an extra 5 added to the magazine count, and it has an insanely fast fire rate. Think the Rampage with the Thermite but on steroids. But I think this will be another tricky one for them to actually add into the game, not because necessarily that the Maelstrom is too overpowered, but because as of right now we have the L-Star, Spitfire, Rampage, and the Devotion all on the ground loot, and that is a ton of LMGs, and people are already a little annoyed with how common it is to be used by newer players. Regardless, Apex Legends definitely needs to add in a weapon in Season 14, and I think they are aware of that. A lot of people really look forward to new seasons because we get a new legend, such as Mad Maggie or Newcastle, and while it is really fun to play with their abilities, only one person on the team actually gets to use that character, and after a few weeks of testing out the new shiny toy, a lot of players move on to either a new meta character or their old main. Whereas when you add in a new weapon type, it is used by the entire game and can change the tide of a battle way more than any Legends abilities ever could. There is also one other weapon that I actually think will be coming in Season 14, and that was shown by Ezra not too long ago, and it is the softball from Titanfall 2, which was a type of grenade launcher. It worked a little bit differently, and we've seen this in the files since the game pretty much came out, with EPGs, softballs, and with explosive ammo types found as well. But one thing that separates Apex Legends apart from other battle royales and multiplayer FPSs is the TTK, basically how long it takes to take down an opponent, which is a good thing because it usually allows the more skilled team to win. However, if you added in a rocket/grenade type weapon into the game, the question is how would you balance it? Well, personally, I think this is set for the free DM mode, which we know we are getting in Season 14 from a bunch of leaks. It makes sense to add in a grenade type weapon to a game where there is respawning on a very rapid rate, very similar to Control, with multiple lives, because frankly this would not work in Battle Royale, especially with how we saw the Kraber get nerfed, where it is no longer a one-shot. So it would make no sense to add this in, which would have basically the same effect. Let me know down below, guys, what kind of changes would you like to see with the way that the meta shift and balance is handled in the future, and are you a fan of the Bangalore Prestige skin, and do you plan on getting it even though it is $160? And until next time, Legends, keep slaying in the Outlands. I'll see you out there.